Fellow traders, 'tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you on Tuesday, June the 16th. The year's 2026. Let's talk trading. Discipline Revisited with Walmal. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine and differ from Walmal's. And because of that, as always, have your risk management in place so you don't lose more than you're willing to lose while you are trading. So Walmal, discipline. We were talking about that earlier, so we said, hey, we should do a video.
We certainly did. So I'll preface this conversation with a warning. Okay, if you get triggered easily, go away. If you don't want to hear things, if you don't want to hear things that are true and hard to hear, go away. This video isn't for you. Because the reality is, discipline's one of the things that we don't like to talk about. Nobody likes being disciplined. Nobody likes about being corrected. And unfortunately, we all need discipline. We all need to be corrected, and corrected in a constructive way, of course, but still corrected. And the reality is we've got a very, I like to always look at things from a family perspective. And the thing is that the market is I don't want to say is an abusive father, but it's very, very harsh father. And what I mean by that is that when we don't go and do things that we should be doing, take care of the things that we should be taking care of, the market's going to correct you. The market's going to discipline you, whether you want to be disciplined or not. So I think it'd be a whole lot better if we discipline ourselves.
Yeah.
What I mean by the market will discipline you, it's going to go and slap your account. It's going to take your account away from you and say, you don't deserve to have this. I want it. It's mine.
Yeah, speaking of that, do you see where price is right now?
Yeah, I certainly do.
What did I say it was and what did I say it was going to do?
Yep, exactly right. That's the thing. And so the question is, you were in a trade, and the reality is, I'm just going to turn this conversation on you a little bit, sir.
Go ahead.
And that is that your price was going to go there. Why did you exit out? You were long, but why did you exit out?
Oh, because I would have been stuck in a trade for I don't know how long.
Okay, so in other words, you had the rules, and your rules say don't stay in the trade, past X minutes or whatever it may be, and you followed your rules.
Well,
and that's.
I saw a three ball, and it was like, okay, I'm out.
Okay. So, and again, it's the same thing. You saw a reason. Your rules say to do X when you see do X, and so you got out. Now, of course, unfortunately, sometimes what your rules, they don't pan out exactly as you'd like, and so what happens is that you're now going through the experience of sitting there and looking at all these tips that that have gone by, and you have to go and say to yourself, hey, do you like to go and say those are the shrimp out on the buffet bar that are not mine, and that's part of trading. That's going to happen every day. I mean, let's face it. You could have gotten in, into some type of Dow index, and back on Black Monday or Black Tuesday in 1929. And if you would have done that, think of all the dollars you could have right now. You just bought $1 back then. You'd be up so far it's not even funny. But that's just the reality of trading. You have rules because you have rules to go and keep you safe, and that's the whole thing. You got to keep yourself safe, and sometimes that means that you miss out on some opportunities. So be it, and that's just the reality. And I go and say all the time, what's my number one rule? Reserve capital. Look at that go now. Reserve capital at all costs. Okay, great. Reserve capital at all costs. That's not a bad idea. Let's go preserve capital at all costs. But what reality is, though, I can't preserve capital at all costs if I'm not willing to go and go and actually set up rules and be disciplined enough to go and follow them. Because you could have the greatest rules in the world. You could somehow magically somehow, you know, you, the great market gods of the world come down on you and say, hey, if you do X, Y, and Z, you will be a millionaire in a week. Okay? But the reality is, if you don't follow the rules and you don't do it, you're not going to be a millionaire. You may very well even be broke. And that's the problem that most traders have. And that is that they don't go and follow the rules.
Yeah,
They just do what they kind of do.
yeah, and I just put something on the chart here. I put the previous H4 candle wick zone, and what had happened was I was long. I had gotten long somewhere around here, somewhere right around 14 and a half or so. And actually, I think my first trade was actually at maybe 16 because it had gone it had broken the wick zone, but it didn't give me enough for it to take a profit. And then actually, I had gone short at the bottom because I thought it was going to break out, and it just went back and forth on me. So I was actually long and short, not to hedge, but to trade my way out, which I wound up doing. But you noticed it broke out of it to the downside. Now it broke out to the top side, and it was just like, oh man, because price does not like staying in the wick zone. It just doesn't. And it basically, what was it? It was something between like 10 and 14. It just had that little range. And I'm just thinking, it's got to break once. It's got to break. Well, yeah, it broke both sides.
And that's what price does sometimes. And you have rules to go and take care of that because if you were short at that point in time, you're now sitting, potentially sitting what I don't know, good 15, 20 pips underwater right now.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
not the end of the world if you got rules in place to protect yourself. That's the thing. You got to protect yourself.
but the
Because
thing
you
is,
don't know what's going to
yeah,
happen.
I knew. Well, the thing is, I've been running these morning routines, and the supply side, the supply at high has been at 134.20 like all week, and I even think part of last week just based on some fundamentals out there. And so I've been plotting this, and it's like, yeah, it's got to go back to the 20s. It's got to go back to the 20s. Sure enough, look where it is.
Yep. And it's what it does. And if you observe things long enough, you can go and see things, see patterns of what happens. And our rule, not our rule, but our job as traders is to say, okay, I recognize the pattern of what's happening. Now what I have to do is go and put together a set of rules so I can take advantage of that pattern. And then the most important part is that we need to now then go sit down and figure out a way that we go and are disciplined enough to follow it. Because the thing is, just because you recognize something, if you don't go and have a plan on how you're going to take care of it, well, what good is that? And if you do finally come up with a plan that's going to be very successful, even, but you're not willing to go and be disciplined enough to follow the plan, what's the point of having a plan in the first place? Might as well just go and haphazardly, go and just enter trades haphazardly and just see what happens. You know what? Maybe that may even end your agony because you'll blow your account, which and that's where you're at. So, your choice.
Yeah.
As I say, do what you got to do. But and I know that it's deemed to say this, but if you tell you what, if you just want to go out there and just not follow a plan or not build a plan, and you're just going to go and do things haphazardly and not going to follow a plan, tell you what, let me know. I'll give you my address. Send me a check. I'll just take the money from you. Just give it to me.
Well, Walmal, we talk about this, and I think in one of my other videos, I said, here's how to focus. Here's how to be disciplined. So, what's your step-by-step process of becoming disciplined?
The first thing especially in the beginning, okay, not as much nowadays because it's so ingrained in my head. The first important thing go and just every day go through your rules, whatever your rules are. I don't care, what they are. Like one of your rules is that, if you see a one ball, get out. Okay, you hit a one ball, you're out of there, and you just need to go and make sure that that's top of mind. Some people can be top of mind by putting, you've got that notes indicated that you put notes right on top of the chart. That works for some people. I personally don't like it if it takes up screen space, so I don't particularly like it. But other people love it because it's right there. They can't look at the chart without seeing it. You know, Other people like to go and take it right on an index card. And going back a couple of years ago, I shared on one of the pages, I think the Facebook page, I shared a picture of the index cards that I used to use. And then at some point in time, you get to a point in your trading where it's just second nature to you, where it's, that index card is burned into your forehead. But at the same time, I think it's still good at least once a week to go, even if you're at that point, just go and sit down, look at the chart, and remember what your rules are, what's on your index card, or at least what should be on your index card. And that's essentially what I try to do. I just try to go and just remember, what am I supposed to, why am I here? What am I doing? What are the big things? Right now, my biggest thing is I don't want to go and take a situation where I'm willing to lose more than I'm willing to risk. So if I'm willing to lose 105% a day, that is so ingrained in my personality at this point. Even if I know the trade is probably going to turn the other direction and actually be positive for me, if I hit that number, I'm out of here. I take the loss. It's sort of like I'm willing to go and burn $100 in the street corner, as opposed to potentially it going and running and blowing an account. Hopefully that answers your question.
Yeah, well, hopefully the traders out there took some notes and can use that to become disciplined.
And that's the thing, So I would go and say, recognize patterns, develop a plan, and then once you develop the plan, we talk about psychology so much on this channel, but my younger days always thought psychology was just a bunch of babble, for people who are too weak to go and do what they need to do. I really thought that way, but the reality is, though, you need to go and you can't implement discipline unless you know what your weaknesses are and what your strengths are. So play into your strengths and run from your weaknesses. It's always the best way to deal with it. If you're a singles hitter, why are you swinging for fences? And that's just the reality. So, but I don't know if people remember, and I know we don't have very much time left, but there was a hitter out there in Major League Baseball by the name of Dave Kingman. He would swing for fences every single time he got up to the plate. And there was a particular manager that when he went out to the Mariners, tried to go and turn him into a singles hitter, and he just failed miserably. And he continued to fail miserably until he was allowed to swing away again. And when he did that, he had a great career.
Yeah. So, fellow traders, the fastest 15 minutes traders just about over. Hope you gleaned something from our video today, because you need to always remember and never forget, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.